Good morning, I'm Lily from Singapore Water Association. Thank you for attending today's virtual introduction call organized by Singapore Water Association and PUB Singapore National Water Agency. Today we will start with a welcome address by Mr. Robin Wong, SWA Council Member. We are glad to have Dr. Jody Chin, General Manager of PUB Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, to give us an overview of CCKWW upgrading project, use of membrane. Then we will have a 10 minutes Q&A segment before we end the session. Before we proceed, I would like to touch on some housekeeping rules and disclaimer processes. To ensure better connectivity, please mute your microphone and turn off the camera. You may communicate with us after the event. Please share your questions in the chat, where we will try to provide answers for the segment and the Q&A segment. Do identify yourself so we can respond with any unanswered questions. We'll be recording this session and reserve the right to the video. Please complete a post-event survey, which upon return will forward the recording and presentation back to the respondent. All information shared is for general information only and does not contain or convey any legal advice or administrative assistance. Information shared today is true and accurate as of publication date. The organizer and the speaker reserve all right in the provided material. Without further ado, may I invite Mr. Robin Wong, Council Member of SWA, Director of Xylem Water Solution, Singapore Private Limited, to give us the welcoming address. Mr. Wong, please.
Hey, hi, good morning. I hope the connection is clear. There was quite a bit of echo when Lily was talking. So I'll do my best and go ahead. Okay, Dr. Jody Chin, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all to today's virtual introduction, jointly organized by the Singapore Water Association and PUB, Singapore's National Water Agency. Yeah, sorry, I'm still getting a lot of echo here. Well, despite the pandemic challenges, SWA has been working very closely with PUB, coordinating in how we can support our member and water companies in Singapore through knowledge sharing, networking opportunities, and partnerships. We are pleased to have Dr. Jody Chin, General Manager of PUB Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, this morning to give us an overview of the upgrading project and the use of ceramic membranes. The upgraded Choa Chu Kang Waterworks was also named Water Project of the Year at the Global Water Awards 2020. So we hope to create new collaborations between key stakeholders, increase Singapore companies' competitiveness, add value and resilience to the water business community while meeting PUB's requirements. So about Singapore Water Association, it was started in 2004 and have been providing a platform to build effective networking, facilitate opportunities for collaboration, and foster the exchange of ideas and knowledge among member companies. Our mission is to develop a vibrant and dynamic Singapore water industry with the vision to be the regional hub for all water services and technologies. SWA also actively connects to the global water network through setting up Singapore pavilions at overseas trade shows, overseas missions, and business seminars. The current 264 members now comprise a diverse mix of both local and international organizations, commercial companies, research institutions, SMEs and startups, which construes the entire water value chain. The pandemic situation is indeed significantly impacting our way of life, businesses, and the economy. SWA is working closely with our members to help mobilize, stabilize, and resume operations with our SG United updates, SW Assist, S-Watch initiatives, and regular updates. We also launched the SWA Marketplace Assist platform for our members to seek help from one another or partners and facilitate the business continuity. More information can be found on our SWA website, or you can contact the SWA office to find out more. SWA is also working with the Singapore Business Federation, Enterprise Singapore, Skills Future Singapore, and E2I in assisting more local companies for job retraining and business creation. Singapore has a great reputation as a global innovation water hub. And it was through the leadership from PUB and various support from other government agencies in developing and adopting new technologies. CCK is one of the Singapore's oldest water treatment plants. It was built in two phases in 1975 and 1981. The three-year upgrade from June 2016 saw the construction of a new facility, installation of ceramic membranes, and the ozone biological activated carbon treatment for the plant. The ceramic membrane system is the world's largest in a single plant and will treat up to 40 million gallons of water per day, filtering out particles as small as 0.1 micron in size. And there will be 12 vessels with 90 ceramic membrane elements in each vessel. So by innovating and generating more new initiatives and programs, we aim to move up the value chain to be leaders, partners, and advisors to businesses and communities in the Singapore water cluster. In closing, I look forward to the knowledge sharing session by PUB, and I hope that our members will take full advantage of this session. Thank you. So back to you, Lily.
Thank you, Mr. Wong. May we invite Dr. Ting to share?
Yeah, I think my colleague Ying Jie is helping me to flash the slides while I present. So there's some glitches this morning, so I can't really splash on my side. Thanks, India. Hi, everyone. Very good morning to all of you. I'm glad to be here today to be able to share with you what this upgrading of Choa Chu Kang Waterworks project is all about, particularly on the ceramic membrane side of the house. And then I have 3 colleagues here with me from Choa Chu Kang Waterworks. I have Deputy GM of Operation India. He's helping me with the slides here. And I've also Deputy GM of MECA, the MEIC side of the house, Jing Shen with me. I've also here with me a senior engineer, Ling Zi, helping me with over here with a new Q&A later. So I've just received messages also. I have some friends here who have known me in the past, be it friends or colleagues here who may have known me when I was in tech office doing a lot more works together with SWA and SG back then. So hi everyone. Without further ado, I'll bring you through my slides, and we can have a quick Q&A at the end of the presentation. So is the echo still very bad on everybody's side, or everything's okay? I heard someone say, I see someone say it's okay now. I'll just try to slow down because just now Mr. Robin's side of the echo was quite bad. Okay, thanks everyone. Yeah, it's all good now. Thanks. So India, next slide. So Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, as we know, is located at the western side of Singapore and serve the western catchment. So if you stay in places like NTU, we are now in NTU. If you stay in places like Choa Chu Kang or Jurong West, you are all served by Choa Chu Kang Waterworks. So it was constructed in the 1970s and 80s, one of the earliest plants, and it has a total capacity of 80 MGD. So the words in blue shows phase 1, which is constructed in 1976, and also phase 2, constructed in 1981. So 2 phases of this Choa Chu Kang Waterworks have equal capacity, each at 40 MGD. We have recently upgraded the plant in 2019, which is where I'm today to share with you, with new ceramic membrane, ozonation system, as well as biological activated carbon, in short, BAC. I'll run you through more on the processes in the next few slides. Next slide. So Choa Chu Kang Waterworks is a bit unique compared to other waterworks. We take in our raw water from 3 different sources. That's why it makes the operation more interesting and more challenging. We get our sources from Kranji, Pandan, and Tengeh reservoirs. So it's a mixture of them. So as we go along, we have seen increasingly challenging raw water as Singapore urbanized at the backdrop of climate change. We heard so much about climate change. It's either very little rainfall or too much rainfall at one time, causing our drainage system. So for example, prolonged dry period will actually cause low turnover in the reservoirs, which in turn result in some water quality changes. These 3 reservoirs are generally with higher TOC, which increases the potential of formation of disinfection byproducts. Also, we know algae in the water can have potential aesthetic issues such as MIB and jasmine. Why is that an issue? Because some customers are just very sensitive and they can pick up these taste and odors issues very quickly. Not all of us will, but they will be. So with these challenges in mind, PUB has to continue our efforts to explore and deploy technology to ensure safe drinking water at affordable price to our customers. So yeah, before 2019 upgrading, CCK has also undergone a round upgrading in 2008. If you look at the picture here, the photo at the bottom, which is phase 2 BAC filter, phase 2, which is a sand filter. We used to have the sand filter in all our processes. We used to use that. But in 2008, we have upgraded our phase 1 from the conventional sand filter to polymeric membrane, the top picture here. So indeed, if you can point to the polymeric membrane, that will help them if you have pointer. Yep, here. So this is where we have gone through 1 round of upgrading in 2008. So let me give you a quick run through of the overall processes. In phase 1, raw water from reservoir will go through coagulation and sedimentation, where compounds such as NOM and DOC are removed. The settled water is then being filtered through membrane process in phase 1 and sand filter in phase 2. before going through the usual chlorine contact tank and ozonation respectively. The water then goes through the last stage of pH adjustment, fluoride dosage before being sent to the reservoir for distribution. So next slide. So how do these processes change in 2019 when we have a major upgrading? So in 2019, the plant was once again upgraded, where ceramic membrane is introduced to phase 2 of the process down there. So sand filter, we did not take it out, but it's actually left as a provision. We added in the ceramic membrane to the processes. We also combined phase 1 and 2 downstream processes and introduced ozonation, as shown in the diagram, as POT, post-ozone reaction tank, and biological activated carbon to our downstream processes. So we combine the downstream processes towards 80 mgd, similar processes downstream with POT and BAC. So next slide. So this is a transition from our earlier stage of processes from very conventional sand filter down to polymer membrane and then to ceramic membrane. So this 40 mgd ceramic membrane currently housed in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks is currently the largest implant in the world. So we have this diagram here showing a real life of our newly upgraded plant on the left-hand side here. The picture on the right is the ceramic module with nominal pore size of about 0.1 micrometer. So we have 12 such ceramic membrane module. We have 12 trains with 90 of such polymer 90 of such ceramic membrane modules housed in a single stainless steel vessel. So as we know that ceramic membranes has 4 times longer lifespan when compared to polymer membrane, it has a lifespan of approximately 20 years versus polymer membrane lifespan of 5 years or so. Ceramic membrane by itself is also, by its own material, is also able to withstand harsher chemicals. So in our system, it's a bit unique. This ceramic membrane system that we have in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks is operated continuously with pre-ozonated feed water, means ozonation is ongoing while on the surface of the membrane. The presence of the ozone in the feed water ensures that the membrane surface is being cleansed continuously while filtration of the water is ongoing. This effectively reduces fouling of the membrane surface. As a result, the ceramic membrane is able to achieve high recoveries of more than 99% and high flux rates. So this is what we have seen so far in the ceramic membrane. What about the ozone generator shelters that we have recently upgraded to? So also in our plant, as I shown in earlier slide, we actually have ozonation back then, but currently we have actually upgraded these ozone generators too. So in this case, we can see that the upgraded ozone generator are much efficient. We used to have 12 ozone generators to supply 80 mgd, but now it's only replaced with 3 new ones. So you can see from here, it is originally housed in the building. We have an ozone building in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, but now it's actually right housed 3 small ozonators housed in the room itself. So why is this important to utility like PUB? Is because we are now in a land scarce Singapore. Any land efficient will actually help us in our design for new plants. So next slide. So what I've shared with you just now was the ozone generator, which will actually, this ozone generator will actually go through a pot, because then post-ozone reaction tank. Over in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, we have 4 of such tanks, each of it with 6 cells for the CT to be achieved. So you can see the pictures of the ozone generator, the pots here. So next slide. So while ozone disinfection is not new in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, as we have used it in the past, the use of BAC filtration at Choa Chu Kang Waterworks is a first in Singapore for drinking water treatment. So previously, CCK Waterworks used ozonation as a single step process for disinfection, but it was unable to manage the high level of organics in the raw water. As such, subsequent downstream chlorination of the water recorded in the post-treatment have to be delicately managed to avoid the formation of disinfection byproducts. So our operators had a hard time trying to manage all this. With the introduction of the BAC filtration downstream of ozonation, the dissolved organics are removed from the treated water, created a biologically stable water, eliminating the risk of disinfection byproduct formation. The BAC is also effective in the removal of taste and odor compounds, taste and odor compounds such as jasmine and MIB, which I mentioned to you guys right in the first slides on the challenges. Intia, next slides. So this slide will share more on the overall benefits. These benefits are what we actually observed after operating the plant for a year plus. We have shared earlier, due to the presence of the ozonation on the surface of the ceramic membrane, which is something unique, we are able to achieve higher recovery. If you recall, I've mentioned that. This not only helps us in reducing water losses, which in turn reduce cost in handling the waste that is generated from these membranes. This could also help to reduce pumping costs for raw water, since we need lesser raw water for production. Also, with the upgraded processes, we're able to handle more confidently poorer raw water, such as that from Tengeh Reservoir, where DOC is high. When we were running both trains of ceramic membrane and polymembrane together, we can see that with a worse quality raw water, the ceramic membrane has a lower tendency in fouling, likely because the surface is always cleansed so that the fouling may not build up as fast as what we observe in polymer membrane. And also with the overall longer lifespan of 15 to 20 years, which I mentioned in earlier slides, why is that important to us and why is that helping us in one sense? It's also, we'll also be able to save on the downtime needing for membrane replacement every 5 years. So if you can if you can think about CCK Waterworks need to meet certain load dispatch every day. So if we are down for membrane replacement, it will mean that we are compromised on our full capacity of it. So in this case, Singapore water demand will not decrease just because CCK Waterworks downtime is needing downtime to replace this membrane. So we will always need the next drop of water, be it from another waterworks or be it from desalinated water. If it is from desalinated water, all of us here know that it is more expensive. So by reducing the downtime for membrane replacement, it will help us as a utility to manage our capacity requirement. So on the right-hand side is what are the benefits of ozone BAC, which I've run through. Basically, they are more on the intangible benefits of being able to produce more water and giving our operators more ease in the operation. Besides the intangible benefits of having ease of operation and the confidence in handling more not so good quality raw water, it will also, because of the confidence level that we have and the ease of operation, it actually causes lesser operation disruption too. This once again linked to what reason that I've shared with you is important to a utility like us is because the lesser downtime or lesser disruption we have, the lesser we need for a more expensive drop of water. So next slide. Yep. So I'll go into a summary of what I have here. Before I show you a video, unfortunately due to the COVID, I'm not able to show you guys around the plant for a visit. So I've replaced it with a video that I will play later, where it was some of you might have seen the video before during the opening of the plant last year, but do bear with me as I show this to the rest of the members so that they can look at the real pictures and real videos of the plant itself. So with the upgraded processes, CCK is able to sustainably produce good quality water at full capacity in spite of fluctuations in raw water quality. This further boosts Singapore's water resilience, especially with the potential climate change impacts on our reservoir quality. This project has also demonstrated PUB's relentless efforts in addressing our challenges through R&D and deployment of technology to fulfill our mandate in ensuring clean, safe, and sustainable supply of drinking water for Singapore. So yeah, Vivian, will you be able to help me play the video for the people here?
Thank you, Dr. Chin, before we come to the Q&A segment, let us watch a video on Choa Chu Kang Waterworks. Please enjoy.
Choa Chu Kang Waterworks has come a pretty long way. When it was first built, sand filters were the norm and they were the technology to use. And we used that for more than 30 years. Then in 2008, we decided that we should start looking at new technologies in the market. We upgraded half the plant to polymeric membranes. More advancements in technology have come along. New materials in membranes were developed. I'm actually very happy to say that we have now commissioned the ceramic membranes for the second half of Choa Chu Kang Waterworks. At 40 million gallons per day, our ceramic membrane plant is actually the largest in the world.
Ceramic membrane have a longer lifespan. It can last 20 years. In comparison, polymer membrane only lasts for about 5 years. So we push the water molecules through a barrier which has tiny pores. In ceramic membrane, we have 0.1 micron pore size. If you stack 500 membrane pores together, it looks like a strand of human hair. Ceramic membrane has a more efficient backwash system, which means you can clean the membrane better comparing to polymer membrane. Ozone system was introduced back in 1975. We used to have 12 ozonizers. Now we only have 3 ozonizers to produce 80 mgd of water. The system now is much more efficient. Microbes are destroyed and contaminants are oxidized when they come into contact with ozone molecules. It can break down organic matter into smaller molecules. After ozone, water will flow through the BAC filters. BAC process is introduced to increase the robustness of the water treatment. The BAC filter is like a big tank filled with carbon media. BAC is able to absorb small organic matter and dissolve organic matter. It's also an additional barrier against impurities.
I've been working with UB for almost 35 years. Back then, process-wise, we are running on manual mode. We have to go down site to start and stop the pump, open and close the valve. Over the years, we progressed through high automation. We can monitor the system via our control room. One thing that does not change is PUB commitment to water quality. We are always improving to ensure that the water quality is good and within WHO guidelines. I'm really proud and honored to be part of the team all these years.
This project took 3-4 years and many people were involved. All of them put in a lot of hard work to make this happen, so I'm really proud of them. After the upgrading, the raw water that comes into Choa Chu Kang Waterworks enters a train of treatment processes that is more advanced than ever before. PUB is always anticipating future needs. Our upgrading projects all take into account what could happen in the future and make sure that we are prepared for all these challenges. We need to adapt, innovate and grow in order to secure our water future.
Okay, thank you for watching. We now have the first questions. Okay, the first question is, what are the challenges in terms of technology for BAC, like reaction time, efficient, regeneration, etc. from Kiran? Dr. Chin, please.
Oh, yes. Hi. Okay, give me a moment. I got some echo here.
Yeah.
Okay. So did I hear correctly that the question is about BAC challenges? So since we have first started BAC, the BAC comes with its own design of residence time and everything. Not quite sure what the question is about with challenges, but so far the BAC has worked well for us. Will I be able to get Injie to share on any challenges that we've seen so far?
Okay. Morning everyone. I'm Ying-Jie from Choa Chu Kang Waterworks. I think in terms of BAC, it's quite new for the region. So I think most of the BAC we see are operated in Europe or North America, which they have a very cold climate. So the microbes grows differently here. It's much faster here. So I think we have to operate BAC with more frequent bad washes comparing to those European and North American counterparts. So these are one of the challenges. With more bad wash, then you may experience more media loss and shorter lifespan. But when we look at the regeneration, BAC generally can last very long, maybe 5 to 7 years. In our case, it's still quite new. We don't face any regeneration issues now. So far, BAC was working fine for the past 2 years. Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. Did we answer your question, Kiran? So it has
Okay.
worked well so far, like what is it trying? Yeah.
Okay, next question. If no more, if the answer, I believe Mr. Dr. Chin has responded. So and her staff. So now the next question will be from Jonathan Lim. For the membrane, for the ceramic membrane pre-treatment, what coagulant is being used? And any study or trial done to identify which coagulant are more suitable for the ceramic membrane, especially since there is performed.
So at the moment, we are using alum as our coagulants, and even before implementing this with in the plant have run ceramic membrane demonstration plant to ensure that the alum is suitable for use with ceramic membrane. So as of now, we are still using alum as the coagulant for this ceramic membrane process. Yep.
Has there been any companion of the performance of ceramic membrane with and without pre-ozoned water?
With and without pre-ozone water, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, so even at the demonstration plant, this one needs some background, add in here. So when we were testing the demo plant in Choa Chu Kang Waterworks, they're already with pre-ozonated water as one of the advantages that we see in having higher recoveries and higher flux. So in the real operation, once the plant started, it has always been with pre-ozonated water. So there's not so far been any real comparison or more solid comparison between with and without pre-ozonated water.
Maybe I just add on. For
Yeah.
our current ceramic membrane we have at CCK Waterworks, is designed with pre-ozonated water. I mean, the reason is with pre-ozonation, you will have higher permeability of the membrane and less fouling, less frequent bad wash, so that you can effectively reduce the required membrane quantities. So meaning you can reduce your capex. I mean, although it sounds with pre-ozonation it will be more expensive in terms of operation, but in terms of investment and the maintenance, you could save on the other side. Yeah. Okay. Oh, do I answer your question? Yeah.
There are three more questions. I shall ask the next questions. What are the purpose of fluoride and ammonium sulfide dosing?
Fluoride is for, that's what we know, is for the dental health of Singapore. It's something that we have been doing in Singapore for the many years that we have for water treatment. As for the ammonium sulfate, it's a chemical that we use for the formation of chromines. So this is what we use the ammonium sulfate for, chlorination. Yeah.
Okay, this question comes from Guo Qingming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next question is from this Yi Hong Ge. What the design flood rates used for the ceramic membranes? What is the design flood rates used for the ceramic membranes?
So the design flux rate is around 350 to 360 LMH. Is that what he's trying to ask? Design flux rate, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. There's one more question from Robert Lim. Sorry. What are the specific energy consumption for? Didn't continue. What are the specific energy consumption for?
For what again? Sorry.
He didn't mention. So never mind. I think I will. Mr. Robert Lim, you want to continue?
I think it's okay. We'll skip this question and go on to the next one.
Okay.
Yi Hong Jae also. Okay, what is the inlet and outlet pressure? The question asked by from Yi Hong Jae.
Inlet and outlet pressure of the ceramic
Yes.
membrane, you mean?
Yes.
This one I don't have it offhand with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe I can come back to this question because these are all very operational questions that I don't have it right hand with me now. Yeah.
Yes, for questions that we are not able to answer right now, we will reply in separate emails.
Yeah, the very details one. Yeah.
I think we can take the last questions, Lily.
Continue to work well. How do you ensure that the ceramic membrane continue to work well for the entire lifespan, considering the lifespan in 4 times longer than polyamide?
Okay. How do you ensure that the ceramic membrane continue to work well? So of course, we have recommendation from the supplier or maintenance thing that we are doing. So definitely keeping up with the maintenance of it, the required maintenance, and operating the plant according to the recommendation from the suppliers will definitely help us a lot. That's one thing. As we know, on any plant or any new technology that we implement in any plant, we have to ensure that maintenance is keep up and well done. So of course, as any other things that we have, we cannot guarantee that things will not break down. So long we are able to know the reasons and rectify in time, and then that's how we can ensure that things will be what it is supposed to or designed for. Yep. Anything to add on, Jie? How do we ensure to continue to work well? I think it's more to keeping up the maintenance as well as ensuring that we like all the backwash are being
Yeah,
done
I
on
think
time.
we are continuously monitoring the membrane performance in terms of the flux permeability and the recovery and all those things. We also do have regular audit programs with the designer or the OEMs. I mean, in addition, also the membrane also comes with a 20-year warranty. So yeah, I think we are pretty covered by the membrane performance for the 20 years.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any the answer is, I believe, thank you, Dr. Chin and the colleague here, Ms. Wang. Okay, for any unanswered questions, we will respond in separate email. So thank you once again, Dr. Chin. And we look forward to all to attend our upcoming webinar, Water for All Sustainable Resource Management, on 3rd November, in conversation with ESG on 11 November, SWA SIWW Mini Virtual Expos on 19 November. For further queries on the event, please contact Singapore Water Association Executive Office. So thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, speaker. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.